Hello, good morning. I'll level with you. I forgot my my scrappy little plan of what I needed to do, so I had to run back in and get it. That's why I just a few minutes late. So today I have some new stamps to show you. They're not on the website yet. They'll be on the website probably early next week. I thought I'd go through them with you, and then I need to make a few samples using them as well. So I'm going to kill two birds, one stone. We're going to make some samples for putting on the boards at weekend. So I hope you don't mind. There we go. Right, I think we're all set and ready to go. So I'm gonna find the right switch. Maybe I'm not. There it is. I'll get my buttons right one day. So you can see I've got a right pile in front of me, and I've also got some more. So I'm going to actually start with the big ones first, and then I can put them to one side because it's the £3 ones I need to work with. So they're a little bit sassy, these ones. I've been warning you, I've got some sassy stamps coming. So here they are. I can't remember what this stamp set's called. I think this one's called Bad Influence. And they will be on the website shortly. Morning, Mum. So you've got things like sassy with a side of savage. I'm a bad influence, but I'm fun. That type of thing on these ones. So suck it up, Buttercup. I'm trying to read the ones out that aren't too bad. And then these ones, if you don't know what it means, don't go Googling. So this is my favourite one, and this is one that Bear says all the time. Yeah, nope. And then I may be wrong, but I doubt it. Whenever it comes to Lego, that's definitely an Ed one. And then I've got this one as well. This is the one I showed you last weekend before. Marriage is like a deck of cards. At first, all you need is 2 hearts and a diamond, and by the end, you're wishing for a club and a spade. Happy anniversary. That was inspired by Mr. Roo for our anniversary the other week. So they're my sassy ones that I've got coming up. And then I'll show you these ones. These are what we're going to be playing with today. Look at all them. I know I've been a busy bee. Look at the size of all them. So I'm going to quickly whip through these, and then we'll have a play with them as well. So, sorry, I've got really bad glare on these. It's because I've packed them all. So this one is a very typical me stamp. I know it's a little late to wish you happy birthdays to instead. Happy today. And it comes in 2 stamps. So yeah, it's quite a big one, this one. So one for the outside and one for the inside maybe. So there you go. So that one. And then we've got hoping all your birthday wishes come true. There you go. And to turn it over, it's a big thumb size, that one. And again, on the website, these will all have a grid, so you know exactly how big they are. Because I know that's something. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit better on here. Oh, that was very zoomed in. I wasn't expecting it to quite click like that. I'll have to remember before we start crafting. So again, another sassy one. We've got a statistic there. Yeah, can't get my words out. Statistics show those that have the most birthdays live the longest. There we go. I'm going to start whipping through these because there's quite a few. Then you've got wishing you a happy birthday with that gorgeous swirly whirly font. Wishing you a birthday as bright as your smile. Okay, I should really make sure that I'm putting these in the right place. Like flowers, you brighten my day. And again, you see the size of that one. There is another one with them, but I've not got it packed just yet. And then this is one that we use quite well. We don't really want to have to use, but it is a nice one to have in your stash. A useful one, not a nice one. A useful one to have in your stash. Thinking of you, and then you've got at this sad time or today and always. So again, 3 stamps. You create your saying. Yep. Next one we've got is get well soon. Nice big stamp there. So there you go. And then this is another very, very me one. So you've got the dots, and then me not knowing what to say but thinking of you anyway. So a great one for if you're not quite sure what greeting to put on your card. There you go. Next one, there's a right stash down here. Happy wedding, and then you choose whether it's anniversary or day. We're always getting asked for little greetings to go on wedding cards. So there you go, you can see the size of that. I'll put my thumb. It's a good thumb length. Yeah. Next one. I've got one person can make the difference, and that person is you. Again, really nice thumb length on there. I am whipping through them. There is a right pile. We've got, may this wonderful day bring you joy and love. Bring joy and love into your hearts. I need to learn to read properly, don't I? So, may this wonderful day bring joy and love into your hearts. So another good one, putting it on wedding cards. Anniversary again. So this one's got happy anniversary as one stamp, and then to you both, and to a special couple. I'll turn that over. There you go. See, good size again. And then we've got this one. And they lived happily ever after. I'll turn that one over. Just about see it in the packaging. Ooh, got two of that one. Rude. And then I've got wishing you love, laughter, and a happy ever after. That one is quite a big one though, so it will take up quite a bit of space on your card, that one. I'm going all croaky this morning. And then we're nearly at the end, I promise. So now you can see why I said we might need to do a couple of samples today. So we've got thank you, thank you, thank you. I just can't thank you enough. So it comes in 2 parts, just like that. So you decide where you want to stamp them, whether you want to stamp them inside, outside, wherever it goes. And then we've got a few I've gone croaky. We've got a few they could be quite useful for businesses, these ones. So Happy Post, you know we enjoy putting things on the outside of our envelopes too, so we have got some Happy Post. You can even colour these in. So we've got that one. We've got fragile pretty things inside, and then I like this one. This is the one I'm going to play with today, I think. So hooray, your Happy Post has arrived. So just great for popping on the outside of boxes or envelopes when you're sending them, or if you're hand delivering your cards as well. There you go. So quick, super quick, run through those to just must remember to unzoom the camera as well. Okay. I did say there's quite a lot, and we have been busy behind the scenes. These have been stacked up for quite a few months, and then I thought, you know what, we need to get them done. Get them done and get them out. It's no good having designs if we've not made them. We'll put them somewhere safe. We will use a few of these, I think, today. I've ended up with 2 of that one, so let me put one back in there. Pop that on there, and then I need to put these somewhere safe, otherwise I'll put them on top of my guillotine. So let's get this back to where it needs to be. There we go. Can you tell I found a new button? I didn't quite know what it was doing. So where are we going to start? That is the question, isn't it? So I think I've got a few here that aren't packed, so I think I'm going to start with this one. So, like flowers, you brighten my day. I think that's where I'm going to start today. And I've cut this, well, you can see I've cut a mountain of card to get me going this morning. So I'm going to do 5x7, and I do tend to do 5x7s or 66s, only because they fit better on the boards. So that's why you'll see a lot of my samples are 5x7 or 6x6, because it means I can fit 6 nicely on our stamp boards. Right, so I've got this one in front of me. Not really thought much more through, going to pop that down in the bottom like so. So this one I'm working with these light flowers you brought in my day. I think I did just say that, didn't I? And then I have got this gorgeous one. I've not used it in a while. So our, I think it's called Floral Statement. And I think I'm just going to pop that. I think I might even just stamp one. What do you think? Either way, I'm going to stamp it in the top. What's going through my head is, do I want to pack it full of colour? Or we might just do, we're going to do some splodging, I think. Some splodgy colouring. So I just need to grab my stamp base. And we need a big one for this one. Move that safe over there so I know where it is. Let's grab this one. I need to get my sleeves out of my way, don't I? They're driving me crackers. And I know it was cold out here today because Mr. Roo came and put my heater on for me. Without me even making a comment, he just came and did it. Ooh, now. Do we do it like that instead? I think I might do it that way. I know, changed my mind. The reason I was thinking was, that goes there like so. No, I'm going to do it from the top down, I think. I'm going to do it like that. There you go. So many times I've changed this around already. So, ooh, decisions. Do I stamp it in black or do I stamp it in grey? I'm going to stamp it in black because it's looking at me. And I'm just going to whip through. Obviously I'm not going to finish them off, well, not finish them off now, as I'll stick them together. Just had a horrid thought then that we were still zoomed in. We're not. Put that on there, like so. And then we're going to pop this coming down. Just like that, I think. Just give it a good press. Just realised. I forgot to set something going. 1 minute. Right, so we've got our gorgeous little floral statement there. That YouTube was up and running, so do apologise. It's because I ran back in at the last minute. And I didn't do things in the same order as I normally do. Right. Oh, that is loading up. There we go. Yeah, it's working. So I'm just going to try this because I am going to hit it with quite a bit of water because I'm going to use my brush out. Created a landslide. Oh, and I needed to sneeze. Oh, it's all gone. Right, so see, that's going to go there in that bottom corner. I think it's going to look lovely. I'm just going to do that. Let me just wipe that bit of ink off my desk because otherwise it'll be there, and I will put an inky pinky in it. So colours, I'm going to do pink. I'm feeling very pink today. I need, where's it gone? There it is. And right, there's a yellow as well. So I'm going to actually start off with, oh, I didn't wash that properly. Oh, naughty girl. Definitely not clean my paintbrush, so just bear with. Though it is pink, so, you know, it's halfway there, isn't it? Well, it wasn't as bad as it looked. Right, there we go. Last thing you want to do is start painting with a dirty paintbrush. And normally my look is it's completely different colour to what I started with. So I want to colour it pink and it was something like blue. But no, it's fine today. So I'm going to start off with my green. I'm going to start off with those leaves in the background. Again, just slowly bring in. Right, I'm going to have to move you properly. So just very gently. Ooh, that's not gentle. That's quite a shocking green. I just want to start layering up my colours. So I've gone in with pale, and then this is where we want our darker. And just start adding bits to it. I'm going to have to dry it as I go because I did plot that with a lot of water. I think it's going to be one of them days, isn't it? There's sometimes when you just can't get things to work properly first time. There you go, just adding little bits of colour. Add a little bit more in. And you can do this with your oxides, your inks, watercolours, anything. Just start with really, really pale and then go darker. That way you're in more control, she says, and then just made a bit of a boo-boo there. Alright, they look better, don't they? Put too much on there, so I'm just going to move it around. There we go, right. So our green done. I'm going to leave it on my desk because I don't know if I want to splatter with it yet. I might do, might not. Oh, Shezzy's baby saying brilliant new stems. Absolutely. We try and make slightly different ones. I want them to be usable. So again, I'm just going to go in with very, very pale first. And it's quite hard with the pink brushes because they've got a lot of pigment. So you might want it pale, but the pigment's going to fight you. So it's getting that balance of water in just right. Oops, I think I've gone really dark on that one. I'm trying to rush as well. Lost my blob of water, there it is. I keep saying I need to put an X on my desk, don't I, where I put my blobs of water. One of these days I will, so I can see what I'm doing. There's that one. Again, I just want to make sure this is really, really watery. It's nice and pale. And then we start adding a bit more colour. Slowly add to. It is really relaxing, isn't it? Just plonking on colour until you're happy. There we go. Just keep going slowly. You can see I'm just adding the darker shades where things overlap. A bit around the top there. I think I do want some splatters, you know what I'm like, I do suffer. I do struggle with white space. I think it looks amazing, but I struggle, really do struggle to leave it white. Again, I'm just popping it in where we think we need it. And I've gone a bit heavy there, so I'm just going to grab some water. Water's our friend here. When you go a bit heavy-handed like I did, or I've done. Keep adding little bits in until we're happy. I'm not worrying too much that I've gone over the centre, because we are going to add a little bit of yellow to it, and then I might even put a bit of a gem or something in there as well. So again, nice and pale to begin with. And just come in with our darker stuff. If I go too dark, I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. Just like that. There we go. Final one. Don't look too bad, does it? Yep, just building up my colour again. Nothing too much. It's bugging me that I stamped it a little bit low, so can you see my stalks aren't quite coming off my page. So in a minute we're going to go back. I'm going to add a little bit of gel pen, just a bit more water. I should have moved my card out of the way then, because the brush I will have spritzed ever so slightly over my card. Or could have, I don't think it did. So you end up with like little splatters. Nope, it's not. But sometimes when you spritz that close, you end up with little splatters, especially with like your oxides and your brushes where it just travels. That's why I'm always moaning my desk's a funny colour. It's just when I spritz stuff close to my desk. again. I'm just adding a little bit more in. I think I'm quite happy actually. I'm loving how deep these centres are getting. I've got a squeaky chair back again today. See, I've got a bit of a ridge going on there, so I'm just going to drag it out a little bit. There we go. There we go. Right, I don't think I'm going to faff with that much longer. I'm going to dry it though and then decide, do I want to do a little bit of splattering, which I think I'm going to. Which is why I decided that my green. What card am I using? I am using 300 GSM white wove. So it's not super smooth at all, because what you'll find with super smooth is when you're adding lots and lots of water to it, the clue's in the name, smooth, it's going to run everywhere. Whereas this is a white wove and it's got a little bit of tooth to it. I'll see if I can pick it up for you. And what it does is it just grips a little bit. Sometimes it can bleed a little bit if you've not got things dry or you oversaturate, but it bleeds less than it would run, if that makes sense, on super smooth. So it's got enough texture to hold your inks and hold your paints, but not too much texture that it affects your stamping. Go. So I hold that up. Don't know if you can quite see there. You see it's just got a bit of a texture to it. Never turn it over on the other side as well. So it's definitely not. There you go. You can see it better there. No, you can't because it's gone now. You saw it for a fleeting glance. So as it's got a bit of a tooth, which is great, and I love working with that just because, like I say, it grips. Especially if you're doing like your oxides, you know, where you're like throwing inks on there. It means you don't have to think really. And we all know that's what I like. I like quick and easy. So I'm just going to do a little bit of splattering. And the reason I dried it first was because if I were to put my splatters onto any wet patches, then it would have just bled. And it was all merged together, and we didn't want that, did we? But we do want some of that lovely green we've got there as well. So let me just blast that. I know, I just like making a mess on my table is what it is. I've got the most amazing paint palette you can imagine for working with brush on, and I never use it. I'd much rather go and grab it, just use my table. And then I'm just going to do a few little green ones, not as many I don't think, but all it's doing is just, oops, she says, I got over flick-tastic then, got flick hacking. And then we need to do something with those centres. I'm probably going to end up putting gems in them, but I haven't got a clue where my gems are. But I also know my gems are small, so I want to add a bit of colour behind them as well. I'm sure that's dry. It is. I'm just going to do a quick clean up job. I'm not quite sure what I've turned pink there, but it's interesting. It's come off. Again, really not sure what that was. Not to worry, it's gone now. I'm just going to do a little teeny tiny bit of yellow for these middles. There we go. I want it quite thick, this, so you'll notice I'm hardly putting any water with it. And because I've got pink in there as well, what should be like the most neon yellow in the world, it's actually turned a little bit orangey because I've got that pink sat there looking at me. Just reactivating that pink ever so slightly. Well, it'll reactivate it as much as I've got water on my brush. Actually, I'm quite liking how that's turned out. So can you see I've got those lovely bright centres? And it doesn't look like I was a bit sloppy with my painting at all. It looks like they're meant to be like that. That yellow out my paintbrush, you could see how much how much brush out I'd picked up then. I'm quite happy with that. Let me grab a scrap of card. Oops. Pretty sure I've just plopped that right into a blob. Oh, I did. Oh, I know what it is. You know the other day when we were embossing? It's embossing powder on my desk that I've kind of melted into my desk. Right, so we have got this gorgeous little one. Like flowers, you brighten my day. I think it's going to be too big. It is. I'll have to use that one instead. I was trying to be sneaky and use a smaller stamp block. It's never going to work. Come and pop that down here. Don't need much of a saying around it, much of a border even around it. There we go, that'll do. Alright, let's stand very straight. Try that again, shall we? I had one thing to try and line up, and I didn't. One thing. There we go. We'll go for the best out of the two. That one's better. There we go. Let me just grab my little guillotine, and I won't stick all this together. But just give you an idea of what it'll look like. Do you think it's going to be matte and layered though? So obviously I'll need to go grab that before I can do any more with it. I'm going to leave that there for now. That's going to come down here. That does look pretty, doesn't it? Let's just check this is one. It is. So that is going to have a nice little mat on it. Not quite sure what colour. Thinking I might want the grey silver on that. But before I finish it, so that's what it's going to look like. But I'm not quite happy. You know me. Is it really done without a bit of gel pen? And I then want to go back on and just a cinchy little bit of gel pen, especially in these middles. I think it just adds a little bit to it, doesn't it? Could add some dots in here as well. And it looks like you've taken absolutely ages to do it. Okay, I'm just going to add a bit onto this one as well. And again, I should really grab my gems for this middle bit. Have squeaky squeaky chair. Thought we'd solved it, but obviously not. Bear's off next week, I'm sure. If I give him a challenge. No, he's already told me what he's got planned for next week, so yeah. Big plans. Most of them include PJ days, which I kind of told him not going to happen. I thought I'd got all the colour off that. There we go. Right, I'm happier with that. I just want to sort out that little bit at the top, because at the moment it looks like it's just floating in midair. I'm just going to grab my gel pen. Just like that. Now see, doesn't that look better? It's not just arrived. So that's going to go on there. It's obviously going to be matted because it really does need a mat. That's going to go there. I'm not sure if I might do a little bit of a ribbon as well behind it. Do it at a jaunty angle with a bit of a ribbon. I think that could look quite cool. So that's number one done. One of them. Where do I put it now? Right. Stay up there, you can. Next one I was going to do. Oop, I didn't pull that out. Right, I have got, what else did I pull out before? I've got this from our advent calendar, and I thought maybe that birthday one about the smiles with it. So I didn't think this through because I need oops, the daisy. Throwing them on the floor now. I wanted that birthday smile, and that's telling me we want a square card. Because sometimes when you lay your stamps out, it kind of tells you what size card it's going to fit best. So on this one, if I do it so it overlaps like that, yeah, it can be as tall as it is wide. Whereas if I did it, well, even like that would work, wouldn't it? Whereas what we've just done, it kind of told me it needed to be a 5x7, whereas that I think will be a beautiful little 6-inch. So let me grab a 6-inch for our birthday. And I'm going to colour these in all funky colours, I think. So big, bold, bright colours. Let me pop these back on here. Oops. So we're not going to do anything really complicated today. We're just going to create some lovely cards. Now, do I want to map that up? Just be a bit close on that stamp. It'll be fine. So I'm going to put this one on here. I'm not going to mat it up. No, I'm not. I'm just going to stamp it. I talk to myself in my head so much. So we've got our gorgeous one. This was, like I say, from our advent calendars. I can't remember. It came with the birds. So the middle set, I think it was, in your advent calendar. Ooh, got a road sweeper. There him 3 times as he goes round. I think he's out the front at the moment. So I'm going to stamp this in here. So I'm going to go, so it's about the same around each edge, I think. Too late now, it's being stamped. Just going to give it a real good press. There we go. Let's give that a bit of a blast with the heat gun. And I'm hoping when this is matted and layered, I'm not going to put it there just yet because I've got a heat gun. I'm going to use my pencil. I just need this to be, yeah, perfect. I need this to be dry, otherwise you will get that little bit of bleeding from it because it's versatile flare. It'll just react with my markers. We don't want that. There we go. So big, bold, bright colours. So the first thing that screams to me is I want yellow for that background. Yellow, we're going to have a bit of green. We are going to have some orange. We're going to have some pink. We are going. Oh, that's not looking right. I have turquoise, I think. Maybe it is looking right. I'll change to orange though. So there we go. I think they'd look okay. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with the yellow in the background. Thank you. I'm not going to bother with any shading or anything like that. So I'm just going to go straight in. And if any colour is going to bleed, it'll be this one with the black. Thank you. Morning, Rachel. I'm cheating today. I'm making some samples for the boards for Saturday because we've got lots and lots of new. Well, I've completely gutted and redone the £3 boards. So we've got lots and lots of new things to go on. Should have done it with my brush. It'd be so much easier, wouldn't it? You can tell my pens are well loved, can't you? Because all the nibs have been squashed, and I'll tell you who does it. It's just like working on that end. Rachel's going to bring some friends along. That'll be cool. It'd be lovely to see you as well. I'm just hoping that thing they say is going to happen tomorrow doesn't happen. You know, that stuff that might fall from the sky. Nope, 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 not happening. But saying that, it's February Birmingham. There's always the white stuff on the ground. Does feel like forever we've not been down. Right, not the best colouring in the world, but you get the idea. Just have to blow my nose. There we go. And then we've got some cool colours to use. I'm going to stick with that end, I think. Oh, just go with the lighter one, never mind. It's done now. For this one. So as long as I don't make too many mistakes, Rachel, you will see these samples up on the boards on Saturday. I really wanted to say Sunday then for some odd reason. But what I am really pleased about this time is it's the Saturday before school holiday. So the kids have got a week to record from their early morning. Not really it affects them that much because they sleep on the way home. They do like sleeping on the way back. There we go. Bear's already making his demands. So he's already wanting his sausage roll because the sausage rolls are alright. And he wants, for all his hard work, he wants a treat and to go to the swimming pool with the wave machine. And there's me thinking half term swimming pool with the wave machine. Ooh. But yes, he's made his demands. Again, I'm just colouring in these until we have something big, bold and bright. To give a really interesting little background. There we go, loving that pink, just popping it out. Now I need to do something with that edge. So I am thinking, see if this one will work. I need a piece of scrap. There we go. Oh, it's a piece of scrap somewhere. Do I like that? Maybe, maybe not. Don't want, no, I'll do this one. Because I want grey fur. Reminds me of the 60s a bit, this, you know, that kind of retro look. Oops. You know, if I didn't say whoops, I don't think you'd notice I went out the line, would you? But because I go, oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, done. And I just want a little bit of grey. Is that the grey or that's the grey? Because that says baby blue. 3 times I've just picked up the same pen. I think it's that one I want. Yeah, that's the one. So it picks up 3. So my card is going to go like that. Yes. So this is the bottom. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow to it, and I think I'm going to do this edge as well. I've been really picky. I started my grey line a bit too close because I was going to go this way, but that's me being really picky. Right, and now our saying now, is it going to fit on this piece here? Does it look really 60s, doesn't it? Yeah, it will. I'll put that over there for now. And then, so this one says, wishing you a birthday as bright as your smile. Just stick it to my desk at the same time. Move that out of the way. And again, I'm not going to stick this one together because I will have a sticking session in a little bit where I will stick them all. Again, I'm just trying to line that smile-ish up on the bottom. There's that one. You can see it's a really good size, that one, if I put my hand near it. Let me just dry it, otherwise we're going to have inky pinkies everywhere. And we will, like I say, these will be on the website early next week. Even the lady said she'll help me pop stuff on the website next week. She does actually enjoy doing it. So you can see that is going to go there. It's going to have a nice little map behind it. How simple is that though? We've used that panel from the advent calendar, and then we've just used one of the sayings. Really quick and easy to do. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my pen, my paint pen for this one. I'm just going to add a few. We've got dots, so you know what dots mean. It's like that old saying, what was it? Points make prizes, something like that. Can't even remember what that was off. You don't have to do lots and lots and lots on your cards. You can just do little bits. I know my chair agrees. Just little bits. That's all it takes. A little bit of pen. That's going to go on there. It's going to be matte and layered up. I might even do a little bit of glossy accents on them dots, but I won't do that until I've stuck it all together. Then that will go neatly. Oh, I've not done a mat for that one. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to put this one together. I thought I'd done a mat around the edge on that, but I haven't. So whilst I can see a nice little bit of black card next to me, we're going to mat this one up. We might even do a bit of doodle around edge. Oops, got a pen all over my hands. I didn't go for colouring in, I went for colouring myself in. Houston, where are my scissors? Rude, where are my scissors? I was joking the first time. I have to use the other ones. These are all gold colour. So they stick to themselves more than they stick to the other one. They cut. Where are my scissors gone? Oh, there they are. They're just poking right top up there. Again, don't need much of a border. There we go, and then that will just sit really neatly. That's to throw that big piece of card away. I'll get another saying out of that. So there you go, look at that one. Quite like that one. Oops, except for I've just moved it all. It needs sticking down, of course. I do, I like that one. Right, what else have we got? Let me put that one up there as well. So 2, we're rocking and rolling, aren't we? There's my acetate, where's my stamp gone? Put it back on my doodad. There it is. There's a bit of a fiddle to these ones because I've put them a bit tight. There we go. Right, we've got that one. So, what else have we? What other ideas was I going to do? I was going to do a branch when I get well soon. So, again, I've got an envelope to do as well. Oof. Told you I had quite a few to do today. So, excuse me, eating on. But I'll carry on yawning. So, that get well soon is really, really big and long. Yep. So, look at that. It takes up the whole of the page. If I turn it, I think I might just have decided which one this was going on. And I've dragged one of these ones out. Which has got a baby branch on it. Come on, thank you. So we have got this teeny tiny little branch. I think I'm going to go back to my square. And then we'll get well soon underneath it. Oh, ooh, now. I know it's the same layout as what I've just done, but I do kind of like that. So, these have both got, oops, bear with. Doesn't that when I took the backing off that one, does it? I think it's going to go on that one. So I've got a 5x7, it's cut down, and it is going to go like that. Ooh, could have another dangling in, that could look quite pretty too. Oh, don't confuse me anymore. I've already got one dangler though, the one we did first. So this one might be like that. Yeah. So let's get stamping. Oh, actually, you know what? That flower would look better like that, wouldn't it? There we go. That's what we're doing. I'm going to stamp it at the top edge. Opposite way, words again. Opposite way around today. I'm going to ink this one up. And it's going to be, I've got a bit more room to play with if I do it this way as well. Going to go like that. There we go. Let's blast that. I could have done with doing that in grey, I think. She says. And you know what? Sometimes that is exactly why you have two sides to a piece of card. Let's do it in grey and see what it looks like. Not that tissue. Let me grab that one. Right, so instead we're going to go with grey, because sometimes black looks a bit shouty, doesn't it? And we don't want to be shouted at. If we were feeling a bit poorly, then maybe we don't want to be shouted at. But for me, using grey, that means I've got to stamp it properly, because with black I know my gel pens matches Versatile Claire perfectly, whereas when I stamp in other colours it means I have that risk. Right, 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to make sure my edges kind of look the same, and it's going to be a bit higgledy-piggledy because it's got that black behind it as well. So it's not a true grey I'm stamping, it's got my leftover black on it as well. See? And then that doesn't need much more, does it? So if I flip this over, shouty, not so shouty. But I've got to admit, I always go for black when I'm stamping. So when this is in black, this will look like even less shouty. Right. I know you've never heard of a black ink being called shouty, have you? So I'm going to grab some oxide because I want this very, very delicate. We have got no, so we're both in China. So we're going for really pale. We're going to hardly touch it, I think, with colour. No splatting. We're going to keep this super neat and tidy, I hope. Shouldn't really spritz that close to the brush, though, should I? Okay, just add in a teeny tiny bit of colour. And I'm not even colouring the whole thing, just little snippets of it. So the idea of colours there. Watering down my oxide as we go. So just, it's almost like splashing it with a teeny tiny bit of colour. And just, oops. You want some colour on there. There you go. I'm half toying with, you know me, I don't like floaty flowers. But I think this one needs to be a floater. I'm just going to grab our blue. I'm going to do exactly the same again. So you can see how much water I've got in there and how much it's moving. So it's the idea of the colour, not necessarily painting every bit. And some people might want big bright colours, but I know I've gone pale, very pale. If I want to go a little bit darker, I can now just go back in, just add that teeny tiny bit. Just like we did with our brush there before, doing exactly the same. Yeah, not doing any more on that. I should have carried on with the shouty one as well, shouldn't I? So you could see. So we've got that one. Let me just blast that with my heat gun, and then to finish this one off, probably the neatest and tidiest card I've made in a long time, that. Again, I just need a scrap of white. And there we go, that one will do. Bag it will soon. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where I suddenly got sneezes from. There we go. Go. Oops. I'll pop that on there. Get this one inked up. This is all about, I'm trying to show off the new sayings here. And this one's great because it's got a really woggledy, is that even a word? Wibbledy wobbledy bottom to it. So you don't have to line it up because there's no lining it up. So get well soon. Give it a quick blast. There we go. I'm going to trim it down. Then again, this one will need matting on something. Oh, I've got a bit of grey there. Because again, I don't want it shouty. And I clicked the wrong button. And I clicked the button when I didn't mean to. So that's going to go on there like so. It hasn't got a mat to it behind, but this bit will have. At the moment it's looking very, very pale, isn't it? It won't. It won't. Just grab that so I can stick it together. And I won't lose it. Just like that. So what have we done so far? We've done the get well soon, we've done the like flowers and the happy birthday one. I think that's really lovely, that one, isn't it? The smile. And I am going to doodle around the edge of this one. I haven't really done much on this card at all. I always feel guilty when you don't do much, but sometimes you don't need to do much, do you? There we go. See, if I put that with that, it feels shouty, yeah? Put that with that. And it just feels, let me put it up there. Yeah, just looks a bit better, doesn't it, with the grey? I should have left myself a slightly bigger border, but okay. There you go. And then that one will go just like that. So we've done 3 so far. That's not bad going, is it? I don't think so. Should we do an envelope? I don't know what time it is. Ooh, it's 11:45. We are doing quite well. So I'm going to do an envelope. I think if I can find my envelope. Nope, I've lost the envelope. It was in that pile. What have I done with my envelope? It was. Literally, there it is. Things disappear off my desk. They're sat here 1 minute and then next minute they've gone. So I'm going to do this one and then, because I know I've kept you for ages this morning, haven't I? But I did say we were just making samples, so it was. There it is. We should use coloured acetate or something, shouldn't we, so we can see it a bit better. Forever losing things on my desk like that. Right, so I've just got an ordinary bog standard envelope and I have got this. Hooray, your happy post has arrived. I think I might pop that in the bottom. I haven't really thought this through, what we're going to do. Though to be fair, you probably sat there going, no, you haven't really thought much through, have you? Oh, what's the answer to that? Generally how my crafting goes, I just have a play and take it from there. So I have our Stella. Now obviously this is one that we would be hand delivering, probably not sending through the post. Though it is beautiful to have a lovely hand delivered, lovely decorated envelope. Yeah. So I think, so this is a Stella border that I've got in my hand. I'm going to do it in grey. Yep. And then we've got our happy post has arrived. I think we're going to do that. So let me close down the envelope and I was going to shove something inside it, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Ideally, you need to go pop something inside your envelopes. Otherwise, you've got all these different layers that you're going to be stamping over the top of, which you don't really want, because we know when we stamp over layers, it doesn't stamp properly. But I also want to mask that bit off. Right. I'm going to do it properly. So I'm going to grab a piece of card, just shove that in on the side I'm going to be stamping on, to create myself a bit of a flat base to stamp up against. Also stops anything bleeding through. And then I need to grab a post-it note, and this one's been used, but that is good, we're recycling. And I'm going to stick that over there, so I'm stamping it onto the fold on my envelope. And then this will, let me just check I've got enough, that will just come down the side of my card, like so. So I need my big, there he is, poly mount again, poly mount to the rescue. And we have So we're going to pop it like that, I think. Might even do it a bit higher up. Or do I do it? Ooh, decision time. Might do it like that so it's not... Oh, the decisions. I'm not good with decisions some days, am I? I'm going to do it that way because then we'll get our lovely little doodad in the corner there. So I can't remember which bit of it I'm using, so I'm going to have to ink up the whole thing. And as I've only got my little VersaFine glitter, VersaFine even. I have got a big grey one somewhere, but and remember, if you were doing this and sending it through the post, you either need to make sure everything you're working with is permanent, or you'll need to seal it. So like a transparent gesso over the top of it or something like that. Yep, so we said we're going to pop it in this way. Did we? Or did we say we'd do it that way? Do it that way. No, it's upside down the writing, never mind. Can't have everything, can we? We're writing the right way up. Because that is really going to bug me. So I'm going to put my writing the right way. I know, how many times have I changed this around today? There we go. Must have been, what, 5, 6 times I changed my mind on that one. There we go. And again, grey was a good idea for that one. Oops. And then I'm just going to dry that off. And just be careful when you're working with your envelopes, because you don't want, you might activate your stick. So just be a little bit conscious of that. There we go. Again, just keeping an eye on that tack at the top, so it doesn't get stuck to things, because nothing worse than doing an envelope and then realising you've stuck the thing together. Not through any fault of yours, it's just all stuck together because you've either used too much water, too much heat, and yeah. Right, I'm going to go back to my oxides just because they are not there. There they are. So I'm going to need green. I've got the I wants already. I want a bit of like a yellowy old school kind of colour. Vintage, I guess, is the colour I'm looking for. Oh, I brought my the new colour in with me. I forgot. We could have tried that out, couldn't we? Might use antique linen, which then means we just need a lovely colour for our flowers. So I'm going to grab mustard seed for my middles, and I think I'm going to go with carved pumpkin if I can find him. There he is. And have big bright all around coming down the side. And what colour did I say? Yeah, I spend most of the time looking for colours that I want to use. I think that'll work. big, bold, lovely orange flowers. Yeah. Right, roll them back out of the way. Let's get painting, because this is what I enjoy doing. Relaxing with my paintbrush in hand. So I'm going to start off with a bit of a colour wash in my background. Oops. Again, just putting some colour down. Not really concentrating. I need to work quickly because I can't have too much water on my envelope, because it's only, I'd say it's about 100 GSM my envelope. So I can't be whacking it full of colour like I would normally. My paper. Just going for a bit of colour in the background. A bit more water. I know, I said not too much water, and then I put more water down. Just adding some in this background to make sure I've got behind my flowers. And if you want to, just pop a little bit in. And this is really nice because you can link your card up to your envelope as well. Remember to decorate them envelopes. Right, I'm not going to do any more with that. Maybe I'll leave that all there because we might decide we want to. Start off with my leaves. There it is. We've got leaves poking out everywhere on this one. I'm going to have to come in with a bit darker this time. My inks are sliding off my table. So again, I'm getting quite dark with these colours, just to make sure they stand out against that yellow background. There's nothing worse than starting to paint it and then go, oh, well, you can't really tell it's a leaf. My ink pad really doesn't like sitting there at all. Going for a walk again. Again, just adding more in. So you can see I'm just building that colour up. Oh, apparently YouTube's just stopped on us. Let's look. How rude. Oh, I wonder if... Oops. Okay. That could have been my fault. Well, it probably was my fault. There we go. We're back on YouTube. I have to have a look at that. So, yeah. Back over on YouTube. Sorry about that. Not quite sure. Though I did put something on my laptop, so I might have pressed the button. I might have got trigger happy. So YouTube is back up and running. Ink. Let's have a look at that. So, I've done my green, I've done my yellow. Where am I up to now? I want me orange flowers. Are we going with orange flowers? I think so. We've done We've done pink today, we've done blue, haven't we? So why not orange? So again, we're going to go like we've done everything we've done so far today. We're going to put a very, very pale coat down first. Oops. Would help if I tried to stay in my lines, wouldn't it? One of these days I will stay inside my lines. And then that's the day you all know something's really wrong. So again, just popping this orange on. That's it. I'm just going to keep. We've done 3, haven't we, so far? This is number 4. I've gone really pale with that one, which is fine. Because now we'll add a bit more to it. And I'm glad I did go back. I know no one's going to see the back of this envelope because it's going to be stuck on a board. But I know that the back of it is as neat as it should be. There we go. Right, I'm quite happy with that. I think a bit more to this one. Oops. I'm not liking this bit down here. It's not quite. It's an envelope. There we go. Right, done. Just need the centre now. I'm going to cheat. I have got that fossilised amber still sat on my desk. So I'm just going to use that. I was going to use mustard seed, but I've already got it on my desk. There we go. I'm just going to blast that with a heat gun. Again, I'm just going to make sure my tacky on the envelope. Doesn't get stuck to anything. Just realised I finished that half sentence, didn't I? There we go. So lovely and dry. And I'll take that green off. I'm not going to take the other 2 off just yet. And then I'm just going to grab, it's like YouTube completed, isn't it? I think it's when I rest stuff on my laptop, it doesn't like it. Come on. My computer says no. One of the days I'll make Mr. Roo sit in here with me and he can do the computer stuff. Right, I needed my liquor one. I'm going to use the Hooray! Your happy post is on its way. Your happy post has arrived even. Oh, too many choices. I'm not good with choices today. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna switch that over there though. And it's gonna come up here. I might actually do it at the bottom. I'm gonna do it down at the bottom. See, I could go over the top. Because I've got black and not my grey. There we go. So it's at the bottom now. That is where it is going to be. There we go, and then to finish this one off, I'm just going to grab some of this yellow, do a very gentle, and then just pick up a little bit of my orange. Oops, and a little bit of water maybe. Yeah. Cute's that. Then all I need to do is write a name on my envelope. Okay, so by the time I've dried that, there we go, it's all dry. So, I'm going to take that. See, it's not actually come through. And it's not come through to the back either, apart from a splatter mark. But that's more off the table than there. So, I've got my lovely little envelope over the top. And I just obviously need to pop a name in there. I'm not going to do that now because, well, my handwriting's not the neatest at the best of times. So I'll need to do it in pencil first and then go over the top. So I'm just going to grab what we have made this morning because you've been very helpful with me making some samples for this weekend. Don't me get well soon on the floor. So we have got our gorgeous get well soon. The size of that font is just great, isn't it? So we've got our envelope, we've got our get well soon. They all just need sticking together now, don't they? We've got our get well soon. We have got our birthday smile. So wishing you a birthday as bright as your smile. I wish I'd gone a bit brighter with those colours, but I think they'll do. Yep, and then finally, this one needs all sorts of things happening to it. Where we began, we have our lovely little, I think, piece of ribbon, mat that on. I can't get them all in the same shot. There we go, if I do that, maybe I can. There we go. So we've got a few of our new, now you can see the new stamps, can't you? So hooray, your happy post has arrived. I've used get well soon. Wishing you a birthday as bright as your smile, and like flowers you brighten my day. I'm pretty chuffed. Not bad for, well, I'll be able to tell you, for an hour and 38 minutes we've done 4 samples for the boards for this weekend. I've only got a few more to go. Move that out of the way. So there you go. Let me see if I can move this back round without pressing any buttons that make us go funny. There we go. So thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed that. It gives you a bit of an insight into what's coming up and what I'm thinking when I'm making me samples as well, especially for the header boards. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with them. Got 4 done. We were like a machine, weren't we? So thank you for joining me this morning. If you're coming to Birmingham, words not happening. I can craft today, no words. If you're coming to Birmingham, do come and say hello to us. We'll be in our usual naughty corner. It says a lot, doesn't it? We're always in the naughty corner. So do drop by and say hello. New stamps, that big pile, will be on the website next week. Early next week. I'll get them on as soon as I can. Little lady says she'll help me, so I'm going to hold her to that. I think it's because she wants she wants to go somewhere next week, so that's probably why. So yeah, Saturday we're at Motorcycle Museum. We'll be back Monday night with our usual monthly Make Monday, and then new stamps will be hitting our websites early next week. So thank you for joining me this morning. Do take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.